When we think about wellness tech, we usually picture these big, complicated machines you might find in a clinic. But what if the next massive revolution wasn't a machine at all? What if it was a simple ingredient you could literally put in your pocket? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to explore. Seriously, just think about that for a second. We're not talking about a new device you have to plug in or some complex routine you have to follow. We're talking about a powerful, simple ingredient that could be seamlessly integrated into the products you already use every single day. That's the huge idea we're diving into. And this slide, well, it tells the whole story. On the left, that's the old way. Hydrogen Health was all about big, clunky, expensive machines stuck in one place. But on the right, that's the future. Small, affordable, simple tablets and materials that turn hydrogen from a machine into an everyday ingredient. This is the paradigm shift. So here's our roadmap. We're going to start with a puzzle, the hydrogen paradox. Then we'll look at the brilliant solution that unlocked it all. We'll see how hydrogen is literally showing up in your handbag, explore the massive Hydrogen Plus ecosystem, and finally look at what this all means for a new era of wellness. Okay, first up, the hydrogen paradox. Let's dig into the core problem here. We've got this incredibly powerful healer, but for the longest time it's been trapped. So the science is solid and it's fascinating. For well over a decade, we've had more than 1,000 studies showing that molecular hydrogen is something called a selective antioxidant. Now, what does that mean? Well, think of it like a smart bomb for bad inflammation. It goes in and neutralizes the really nasty free radicals that cause aging and cellular stress. But, and this is the key part, it intelligently leaves the good ones alone that our body actually needs. The health potential here is just enormous. But, and this is the paradox, despite all that amazing science, actually getting the benefits of hydrogen was next to impossible for most people. The equipment was crazy expensive, inconvenient, and the market just got really confusing. It was a classic case of what's said in Chinese, 中英修轻科研. That means heavy on marketing, light on research. All sizzle, no steak. So how do you solve this? How do you free this powerful healer from its clunky technological prison? Well, you change the game completely. You turn hydrogen from a machine into an ingredient. And the breakthrough is this incredible new category, solid-state hydrogen. So instead of trying to generate hydrogen with a big machine, you store it, perfectly safely, inside a special mineral-based material. It just sits there, completely stable, until you need it. And the trigger to release it? It's the simplest thing in the world. Just add water. This right here is the core principle. It's a total shift in thinking. In Chinese, the concept is 分布式储黑按需缓释, which perfectly translates to distributed storage, on-demand release. So instead of one big source, hydrogen is stored everywhere, in tiny amounts, ready to be released exactly when and where you need it. It's brilliant. And the process itself is just so elegant and simple. The solid material touches water. A gentle, totally controlled reaction kicks off at room temperature, and out comes a steady stream of pure molecular hydrogen. No high pressure, no electricity, no fuss. This innovation just cracks the whole problem wide open. First, it's completely safe. Second, it's controllable. You can literally design how fast or slow the hydrogen comes out for different products. And maybe the most amazing part, it can be miniaturized. We're talking about a tiny hydrogen engine that can be as small as a single grain of rice. And that incredible miniaturization, well, that's what unlocks a whole universe of possibilities. This is where it gets really fun. It's not about going to the hydrogen machine anymore. It's about hydrogen coming to you in every part of your daily routine. This image shows how a company called Mookie Tech has built an entire wellness philosophy around this idea. They call it the 吃喝洗护泡 ecosystem. In English, that's eat, drink, wash, care, and soak. It's a vision for weaving hydrogen into every single touch point of your day. And here's what that actually looks like. For eat, you've got effervescent tablets. For drink, there are these cool ceramics you can put in your water bottle. For wash, hydrogen-infused soaps. Care includes things like eye patches. And for soak, you've got relaxing foot bath tablets. All of a sudden, hydrogen is just everywhere, seamlessly working in the background of your life. But the vision here is way bigger than just making their own products. It's about creating a platform to empower an entire industry. The best way to think about it is like Intel Inside, but for hydrogen wellness. Okay, so it starts at the foundational layer. They can just supply the core solid-state hydrogen powder as a raw material. It's the basic ingredient inside. Any company in the world can buy this and start creating their own hydrogen-powered products. Then you go up a level to the product layer. Here, they offer finished, ready-to-go products like soaps or eye patches that other brands can quickly put their own name on. It's a super fast way to get into the hydrogen market. Now it gets even more interesting at the solution layer. This is where they create entire wellness protocols. They're not just selling a product, they're selling a whole hydrogen plus red light therapy system or a hydrogen plus herbal medicine solution. They're creating these powerful combinations that are more effective together. And finally, right at the top, you've got the ecosystem layer. And this is all about partnership and co-creation. It's about working with other brands to literally define what a hydrogen-infused lifestyle looks like in the future, making it easy for anyone to innovate. And this isn't happening in a vacuum. This whole strategy plugs directly into some of the biggest global trends out there. For biohackers, it's a new blag technology to optimize how their cells function. For the clean beauty movement, it's a dream come true, replacing complicated chemicals with simple, pure hydrogen. And for what's called the sensation economy, that fizzing sound and visual, it's a satisfying, rich sensory experience. So when you put all of this together, the breakthrough science, the innovative products, and this brilliant business strategy, what does the future of our health actually start to look like? The end goal is for this to be completely normal. The vision is for hydrogen infused to become as common on a label as fortified with vitamin C. It stops being a niche supplement and starts being a fundamental part of our everyday health. And this chart lays out a pretty clear path to get there. In the short term, you're going to see an explosion of new products, especially in personal care. In the medium term, these Hydrogen Plus protocols will become standard in places like spas and wellness clinics. And long term, contains hydrogen could be a label you see every day at the grocery store. So this brings us to one final, really powerful question. The technology to make all of this a reality isn't some far-off science fiction dream. It exists right now. It is safe, it's scalable, and it's ready to go. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, are we already living in the very first days of the next great wellness revolution?